What's going on, everybody? It's GAMEUNBOXINGREVIEWS here, and welcome back to another LEGO DC Supervillains video. So in today's video, I'm of course going to be showing you guys how to make Ronin from Avengers Endgame using the in-game customizer. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so to start off with, we're of course going to head into Appearance, Head, Head, and then Head again, and you're going to scroll down until you find Custom Head 4, and of course this skin tone right here. Then once you've done that, you're going to back out of there, go into Face Decal Color, which is the color of the eyebrows and beard, and we want to make sure that is black. For the wrinkle decal color, just go with this color right here, and we don't need any accessories. So now of course we can back out of there, go into hair, and you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom until you find the short second hairstyle. And for the color, we're going to go with black. You can also, if you want to, go with the short mohawk, but personally I just thought that looked weird and didn't exactly look the same as the mohawk that Clint actually has in Avengers Endgame. So I think the short second hairstyle looks much better for my design. Now then, once you've done that, you're going to go to attachments, and you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom until you find the hood, and of course for the color we're going to go with black. Nice. Now then, onto the body. So for the body, we're going to go for preset body, and you're going to scroll all the way to the very bottom until you find Talon's body, and it should be black on default anyway, but just make sure. For the arms, we're going to scroll all the way down until we find these arms right here, which of course belong to King Nereus, and for the color we're going to go with black. Now obviously King Nereus is a character that is included in one of the Aquaman DLC packs, so you will need that pack if you want to be able to make my very own custom version of Ronin in this game. But in saying that, there is a lot of pieces that are very similar to this. It's just personally I think these ones turned out the best, so there's a lot to work with even if you don't have that pack. For the hands, we're going to go with black. For the hips, we're just going to go ahead and go with black as well, and then for the legs, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom until you find Deathstorms, and yet again we're going to make them black. Nice. Now then, onto the effects. So we don't need a left hand glow or a right hand glow, and we're also not going to add hit impact effects, but on the jump slam effects we're going to turn that on, go with style 1, and then for the color we're of course going to go with black. And before we move on into the abilities, we of course need to give Clint a katana. So we're going to go to swords, sword type, and you're going to go with the top one, which is this one right here, and for the color just make sure that you go with this one right here. Nice. Now then, onto the abilities. So I actually only gave Clint 2 abilities, so we don't need to add any abilities to the tag button, but for the jump button we're going to go to double tap X, double jump, turn that on, and we're going to go with jump style 4, because as you can see here he can do flips in the air, which is really cool. And finally for the abilities, you're going to go to hold square, you're going to go to the boomerang ability, and you're going to turn that on, and now what he'll be able to do is actually throw the katana, which is really cool. Now then, onto the skills. So I only gave Clint 3 abilities, and those were of course acrobatics, wall climbing, and also stealth. So now of course we can move on into the personality. So for the health icon, I'm just going to go ahead and make it black. For the health type, we're going to go with standard health. For the voice, just choose any male voice. For the speed, go with normal. For the target reticle, I would probably go with Mercy Graves. And then for the animation, usually I would suggest actually going with just normal, because when you choose a weapon, it overrides that animation anyway. But for once, I'm actually going to go with the martial artist, and I'll explain why that is in the free roam section of the video. Alright, cool. So we've done the appearance, the effects, the abilities, the personality, and we've also given him a katana. So now all we need to do is fill in the basic information. So for the status, we're going to put hero. For the affiliation, we'll put unknown, and then for the name, we're of course going to put Ronin, which should hopefully work. Yes, nice. Alright, cool. So now of course what we're going to do is drop Ronin into the hub world and see just what he can do. And here he is. This is of course my custom made Ronin from Avengers Endgame, made in LEGO DC Supervillains. Let's just get a good look at him right here. Now as you'll see from a lot of the promotional art of Ronin from Avengers Endgame, Clint is actually wearing both a mask and a hood. Now unfortunately with this character customizer we sadly can't have both. You can either have the mask or the hood. So because of this I went through many different variations trying to replicate that mask as best as I possibly could, and personally I just was not happy with the way that it turned out. So instead what I decided to do was basically just put his hood down and give him some hair, which is exactly how he appears in the Avengers Endgame trailers. So overall I would say that this still turned out looking fairly movie accurate. Anyway, what can he do? Well, we gave him the double jump ability, so of course he can do flips in the air like that, which is really cool. We can also attack with the use of our katana, which I absolutely love. Look at that. Very nice. And we can do a jump attack with it as well. There we go. And finally, we can also throw the sword. And I'll show you something really cool that I figured out recently. So what you want to do is you basically want to target as many objects as you can with the sword. Then he's going to throw it. And then look at this. We can still perform the martial arts attack. That is really, really cool. And he still does it with the sword as well. It does wear off after a while, but if you keep pressing square for as long as possible, he won't stop doing it, which I think is really cool. It just adds a little more to the character. And instead of just making it bland punches when he throws his sword, he can still perform really cool martial arts attacks, which is the kind of thing that Clint would do. So I think that's awesome. Anyway, let's actually go drive on into Gotham City and take on the police as Ronin. Because, you know, this is LEGO DC Supervillains, so obviously there's no stopping crimes. We're the ones causing them. Alright, so what's the quickest route to Gotham? I would say down here. I think we'll get down here pretty quickly. Tell you what, this police car is not that bad. It's actually quite fast, to be honest. There we go. Right, so yeah, Ronin in Avengers Endgame. I'm extremely excited about this. I mean, I think Hawkeye, you know, Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye has been brilliant since day one. He's a great Hawkeye, but I think this is the movie where he's really going to get his time to shine, because this is going to be a big story for him, you know, going from Hawkeye to Ronin, probably because of the death of his family. That's pretty dark, and I'm excited to see how they approach that. I think it's going to be really interesting. Alright, here we go. Let's start a fight. Alright. But yeah, I like this design. I think he turned out looking really cool. Oh, nice. I love it when he does that with the sword. That's awesome. Yeah, so what I think is going to happen is, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, Avengers Endgame actually opens with... because you see in the Avengers Endgame trailer 2 that Clint's with his family. And I think somebody pointed out as well that he also has one of those things on his legs that Scott had in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So he is on house arrest. So I think what's going to happen is Avengers Endgame might open with that scene with Hawkeye and his family. And maybe they'll turn to dust, and then, you know, you'll see Clint's reaction to it, and then we'll see, you know, him evolve into Ronin, basically, and then kind of become a vigilante in Tokyo. I think that might be similar to what will happen. Although, at the same time, you never know. We might see the whole snap and everything with his family, because I think that's what it's leading to in that flashback in the trailer. He might be telling Natasha, you know, Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff, he might be telling her the story of what happened, you know, how he witnessed the death of his family before his very eyes. So it might not be the opening. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how they open Avengers Endgame. I think that's going to be really interesting, because I think the beginning for Avengers Infinity War was brilliant. Like, it completely took me off guard, because you've got, like, the comms, like the Asgardian comms on the ship, and they're like, we need assistance, if I remember correctly. I can't remember exactly what they said, but they were in deep trouble, and they were trying to get help. And that's how the movie opens, and I think it even opens with that while the Marvel Studios logo is coming up. So it's a very bleak beginning, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do something similar for Endgame. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. I don't think Hawkeye is going to be one of the characters that dies, though. I don't think... no, I don't think Endgame is going to be his last appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think, isn't there rumors that they're going to be doing a TV series, maybe with Hawkeye and Kate Bishop? Like, he's going to be training her? That would be pretty sweet. I think that would be a smart way to keep Clint in the Marvel Cinematic Universe moving forward. Rather than just killing him off and going, there you go, he's gone. I think that would be really cool to see him actually having a bigger role there. That would be really cool. Right, let's see if we can actually target all of these police here and then actually start fighting them with martial arts. There we go. Right, here we go. Come on. Yes, that is cool. See, it's nice because we actually have the sword attacks and the martial arts. It's really, really cool. Oh, here we go. Ready for this? Oh, yeah. That's cool. I wonder if I've thrown the sword and then I go to grab them. Will he do a different attack? Let's try it, shall we? Right, ready for this? Oh. What the heck? That was really weird. He kind of stopped for a second there. Yeah, so I don't think Hawkeye's going to die. I mean, he might. You never know. None of us know what's going to happen. Everyone thinks Captain America's going to die, but let's be honest, you don't know that for certain. They just make you think that, just by the trailers and everything. I mean, yeah, the whole tightening of the shield and everything, that is a bit worrisome, I will say. You know, you are a bit worried about Cap when you see that happen, but I would not say for sure that that means he's going to die. I mean, I wouldn't even say that it's certain that Tony will die. I think the only reason people think that Iron Man's going to die is because he started this, you know, it's the end of the path he started us on, basically. Like, you know, if it weren't for Iron Man, then the Marvel Cinematic Universe wouldn't be what it is today. So I think that's probably the main reason everyone thinks that. But they might surprise us and be like, no, he's actually not dead. But then obviously, you know, it's the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer, and you know, they did a great job of hiding Avengers Endgame spoilers in that film, in the trailer for that film. But there's that part where Peter's looking at the suit and he doesn't want to go on his trip with the suit, and you know, he says in the trailer that he just doesn't want to, he just wants to have a good time with his friends, basically. But there's probably a bigger reason for that, and I think it might be because it reminds him of what happened in Infinity War and then whatever he gets up to in Endgame. Because I would imagine there'll probably be this big final battle with everyone where we'll see Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure they confirmed ages ago that he was going to be in Avengers 4, so, you know, no matter how big that role is, he will be in it at some point. So yeah. I just wonder if he'll come back in the Iron Spider suit or if he'll be wearing something else. Not like a new suit, I just mean like, how does the fix of the snap fix everything? Like, does everyone just come back and looking exactly how they did before the snap? Like, I'm very curious to see how that works. Take that! Yes! I think the awesome thing about all these movies, though, is the next time we get another Lego Marvel game, we'll get all of these costumes officially, probably. That would be really cool. Like, I cannot wait to play as, like, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel and Lego Marvel Superheroes 3 whenever that happens. I mean, that would be great. And also, you know, obviously, Hawkeye's, not Hawkeye, sorry, yeah, Jeremy Renner as Ronin instead of Hawkeye. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.